Sometimes when I look at you, the world feels too fragile to hold the gravity of what I feel. It's as though every breath I take must be measured, careful not to break the spell you cast so effortlessly. My hands, small and trembling with the weight of unspoken dreams, ache to touch something infinite, and I find it in you. I trace your name in the air like a silent vow, a promise the wind carries between us. There's a fire that lives between the spaces of our fingers when they meet, an ember that hums with the memory of the first time I realized I was no longer my own. I became yours, willingly, without thought or pause, because loving you felt like remembering a story my soul had always known. Every beat of my heart whispers your name, softer than prayer, but deeper than faith. And when you look back at me, it's as if the universe folds in on itself, sighing in contentment, knowing that somewhere in its vast expanse, love found its home in our gaze. My hands tremble still, not from fear, but from the holiness of holding what I never thought I'd deserve. You are both my beginning and my continuation, the rhythm in my silence and the warmth behind every uncertain breath. I have walked through centuries of longing in the space of a heartbeat just to stand before you now, here where the air tastes like destiny. I see you not only as you are, but as every version of love that ever existed, as if time itself bent its will to create you for me. My hands crave the memory of your skin, the honesty of touch that speaks when words falter. I imagine tracing your jaw, learning the language of your quiet, understanding the poetry behind your stillness. The world could end around us, and I would still find reason in the curve of your smile. When I close my eyes, I see not darkness, but the echo of you, luminous and near. You've become my refuge, the sanctuary my heart kneels toward. In you, there is no distance, no silence too deep, only the gentle reminder that even if I am made of flaws and longing, you have never seen me as anything less than whole. I often wonder if you feel it too, the pull that tethers us, invisible yet undeniable, like the moon's claim on the tide. My hands remember the shape of you, even when distance stretches its cruel fingers between us. The air feels incomplete without the rhythm of your breath beside mine. I write your name across the quiet, again and again, as if repetition could summon you. I am a princess only by name, but in love, I am just a girl undone by the thought of you. Every whisper of wind that brushes my cheek carries the tenderness of your touch. Every sunset, a promise you'll return in the colors of tomorrow. I hold your love like a secret crown, unseen but felt in every motion, every sigh. And though I was taught that love should be measured, proper and poised, with you I forget decorum. I forget the world. For what use are rules when your heart has already chosen its kingdom? And mine kneels at your feet without shame, without end. There are nights when I rise from sleep and find the room too quiet, too empty of your laughter. I imagine you somewhere beneath the same indifferent sky, and the thought that we breathe the same air feels like mercy. My hands press to my heart as if I could feel you pulse beneath my skin. I remember the way you once said my name as if it were sacred, as if the world stopped listening so only we could exist in that moment. I have replayed that sound 1,000 times in my mind, hoping it will keep me whole until I see you again. I wear your absence like a cloak, heavy yet beautiful, stitched with longing and faith. There is a certain grace in missing someone so deeply. It teaches patience, devotion, the courage to wait. Love, I think, is not just in the holding, but in the hope that never dies between two hearts destined to find each other again and again in this life or the next. When I walk through the palace gardens, I feel you everywhere. The roses seem to lean toward me, curious, their petals soft as the memory of your touch. And I find myself whispering back, telling them of you, of the way your eyes hold both storm and peace, of the way your smile rebuilds the ruins of my heart. I am not lonely. I am filled with the echo of you. The sky seems to bend closer when I speak of you, as if even heaven listens. And though the world expects me to move with grace, I stumble through thoughts of you, unpolished and real. You make me human in ways I didn't know I needed. My hands tremble when I think of what it would mean to touch your face again, not as a dream, but as truth, as destiny, unfolding quietly under the weight of our love. Sometimes I write letters I'll never send, folded with care, sealed with longing. My words are clumsy, but honest. They tell of the ache that lives between the hours, of how your absence paints everything in softer shades. I tuck those letters away in secret corners of my room, as if hiding them makes the love more sacred. If the world knew how much I love you, it might unravel under the weight of it. My hands ache to write your story, to trace the timeline of our love across every page of my life. You are the poetry my lips were born to recite, the melody that turned silence into song. Sometimes I wonder if love is meant to be contained at all, or if it's something that must spill, overflow, become the air we breathe. Because even when I say nothing, my soul speaks your name in the spaces between heartbeats. I am a princess, yes, but when I think of you, I am only a woman, hopelessly, irrevocably yours. When the sun rises, I see your reflection in its golden light, as though it knows your name too. I lift my hands toward the warmth, pretending it's you I'm touching, that somehow the distance between us is just an illusion of time. I whisper my dreams into the light, trusting they'll find their way to you. There's a sweetness in waiting when it's for someone who feels like forever. The morning birds sing, and I envy them, for they can fly to where you are. My hands rest over my heart, as if holding you close through the barrier of distance. I tell myself love like ours doesn't fade. It deepens, ripens like summer fruit waiting to be tasted again. I imagine your voice as dawn's first promise, steady and soft, guiding me through another day of wanting you. And though the world around me demands smiles and grace, my heart beats wild beneath silk and crown. For beneath the title, beneath the duty, there is a girl whose every thought begins and ends with you. I've learned that love isn't a possession, but a presence, a constant whisper that follows even when the world changes its tune. My hands reach for you in dreams, and though they return empty, my soul feels the imprint of where you've been. The ache is sweet, like remembering a song from childhood, one that once made you weep without knowing why. You've become my quiet rebellion, my reason to defy the stillness expected of me. Every law of propriety dissolves when I think of your smile. And though I am taught to hide my heart behind porcelain composure, I cannot disguise the truth that lives in my eyes. When I stand before mirrors, I see the reflection of a girl who has been rewritten by love, stronger, softer, braver. If loving you is madness, then let history call me wild, for I would rather lose myself in your memory than live a lifetime untouched by the fire of your soul. I dream of the day my hands will finally rest against your chest, feeling your heartbeat steady beneath my palm.